We'll try this. We'll try this again. All right. Anyway, my name is Todd Strand. This is my lovely wife, Miss Gina Strand. Now we got you. And we are broadcasting from Southern California, about 1 hour north of San Diego. And for my wife and I, Gina, this has just been one of those unbelievable, breathtaking, pinch yourself kind of experiences. Our company is doing things in travel that has just never, ever been done before. And I believe the documentation beats conversation. We're going to get into those details, right? But I think you're going to be blown away by the time we're done tonight. But as we begin, I just want my wife, Gina, to kind of cover how this whole thing happened for us.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the call tonight. I know Todd and I are super excited to be with all of you. And like Todd said, this all started as a fluke for us. Our daughter got a Division I softball scholarship to play back in Illinois. And with us living in Southern California, you can imagine it got quite expensive following her around the country, watching her play softball. So we started checking ways to save money on travel. Well, we knew the owner of Travorium for many, many years, and he told us we really just needed to check and try the product. So Todd and I decided to do that. And we started using the travel site, and we were saving 30%, 50%, sometimes only 25%, but sometimes 70% off on hotels. So we started sharing that with other sports parents we knew, people on the team, other friends and family, and our team continued to grow and spread. And before we joined Travorium, we only knew one person outside the United States who lived in Canada. But as we continued to share our story, our team grew to over 63 countries. And it was about 15 months ago that due to how big our team grew, our income 10 times what I was making at my corporate job. I had worked that corporate job for over 20 years. And I was able to walk away from that. And now my husband and I, we travel together and show other families how they can do the same. So it's been an absolutely amazing experience for us. Now, our company is Travorium, and we are a travel company, and we can show you tonight for our guests how you can travel more, travel better, and travel for less when you choose to join us. Our company entered into its 11th year in business. We are debt-free. On the screen there is our CEO and founders, David and Adela Hart. They are world-class entrepreneurs. They both have a combined 30 years of experience in both traditional and direct sales. And David Hart was runner-up for Entrepreneur of the Year at age 24, and that was with Inc. magazine. Now, we have paid millions of dollars in commissions out. We have spread now over 64 countries. We have customer service in multiple languages. And that beautiful building you see there on the screen is our corporate office in Temecula, California. We also have a corporate presence in Madrid, Spain. Our goal as a company is to show people how they can book travel at the travel agent rate, which is up to 70% off. How they can earn points for vacations, and if they so choose, turn passion into profit and earn money, turning it into a business. You know, travel is the single largest industry in the world. And if you were to take a poll and ask all your friends and family, what's the number one thing on their bucket list? Most of them, probably 95% would say travel. So then why aren't they traveling? And most of them say they simply can't afford it. So what we have done as a company is we have turned what was once unaffordable into affordable. I'm going to pass it on over to you, Todd. You can dive in and tell them a little bit more about our company.
Yeah, and by the way, when we talk about travel being the single largest industry in the world, guys, I want you to help just fully understand the magnitude of this industry. It is a $9 trillion industry. Now, at the height of the pandemic, when travel sales had plummeted, in fact, travel sales were cut in half. At that time, travel was a $6 or $4.7 trillion industry. It was still the single largest industry in the world. I mean, nothing comes close to the magnitude and the scope of this industry. And not only is it the biggest, but it's getting bigger by geometric proportions. In fact, this is an article that came out from Fortune magazine, July 5th, about 90 days ago, talking about Gen Z and the millennials. Now, understand that Gen Z and the millennials represent 2/3 of the entire global population. And for this group of people, travel is no longer a luxury, but rather an important budgetary priority. Travel is a necessity. They would rather have a dream vacation than buy a brand new car, couch, or any other kind of luxury item. They want experiences more than things. And so not only is travel the biggest, but it's getting bigger every single day. Now, the reason we focus on that is that every business analyst, business expert, business professor can tell you that your chances of a financial success are in direct proportion to the size of the industry that you're involved in. Meaning the smaller the industry, the harder it is to make money. And the bigger the industry, well, the better the outcome for you is probably going to be. Nothing comes close to the size of what we're doing. And when you can show people how to do the one thing that they've always wanted to do their entire life, how they can travel for less, right? They can book hotels for up to 70% off. In fact, I invite you, I beg you, I implore you to get together with whoever invited you to be here and say, hey, can you show me the savings? They can take you to their back office. We can open up our travel portal. We can open up Expedia. And we're like, thought you would never ask. Where do you want to go? We can take you to Vegas. You're like, oh my gosh, that's 70% off. I mean, we can do the side by side. We could take you to Miami Beach. That's 60% off. Take you to Boston. That's 40% off. Take you to Chicago and New York. That's 50% off. Take you to Paris, Barcelona, Venice, Tokyo, London. Where do you want to go? When you get to see it with your own eyes, you're like, okay, holy crap. I mean, you guys weren't kidding. And when you fully comprehend that we are legitimately showing people how to save huge money on travel, you'll understand the why our company doubled in size even during the global pandemic. Now, when it comes to saving money in travel, we do hotels, resorts, car rentals, cruises, excursions, shopping, dining, show tickets, concert tickets, movie tickets. Now, we got a friend that saved $1,800 on their Cowboy tickets, right? Buying NFL tickets. Another friend, Alicia Davis, saved $1,500 on her Beyonce tickets. This is just like miscellaneous savings. And we had friends that were in Hawaii just on the excursions. They saved over $500 just last week, right? So just a miscellaneous savings, right? You'll save more than the entire cost of membership and just miscellaneous stuff, not even before we get to the meat of the entire program. Now, here's the dirty secret in the travel business. This is the thing that almost nobody knows. And I'm going to show you a video because you can show every single person you know and meet this exact same video. People don't have to take my word for it. They don't have to take your word for it, right? We're going to show them a video from NBC News investigative reports. And they're going to learn the dirty secret. The dirty secret is the fact that there's only two companies in travel. Two companies own the entire space. These guys, they set the price. They own every travel site you can think of. People think they're price shopping, but they're not. As I said earlier, documentation beats conversation. Let's listen to NBC News.
If you go to online travel sites and scour them looking for the best hotel deal, you may be actually wasting your time.
NBC4 consumer investigator Randy Mack is here to explain how that works.
That's right. There's a reason these deals look similar. And the problem is that these third-party sites often fall under the umbrella of one or two companies. So while you think you're searching for multiple companies looking for the very best deal, every deal you're considering may actually be from the same company.
Many savvy travelers look for the best hotel deals online.
I usually look at sites that kind of claim to have the best deals.
It seems like there's a lot of competition.
I've used Expedia, Trivago, there's Booking.com.
Always looking for a bargain. I like to see the red numbers that make you think like you're getting a good deal.
But that may not be the case.
Almost all those sites are owned by one of two companies.
According to the nonprofit Consumer's Checkbook, Expedia and Booking Holdings owns 95% of third-party booking sites. That means shopping around may be a waste of time, and Checkbook says calling the hotel directly won't land you a better deal. They're hesitant to undercut the booking sites.
And guys, that last point they just made there, calling the hotel directly, isn't going to help you either because they're afraid to undercut Expedia and Priceline, right? Because if they do, they're going to get kicked off their platform. There goes all their business, enjoy bankruptcy, right? So they're not about to undercut their price. So two companies own every travel site you can think of, and their monopoly is so strong, even the hotels will not undercut their price. So let me give you a practical example, help you understand how this really works. On the screen, that's our middle daughter. She's an oral surgeon in Pennsylvania. That's her husband. He's a dentist. They got married in, this is Zion National Park, by the way. That is not Photoshopped. That's actually a real picture. And so, I mean, obviously the background was amazing, right? Anyway, but they got married there about a year and a half ago. Wanted to take their honeymoon to the Maldives. They wanted to get one of those private bungalows like you see right there on the screen. You can jump off your own back deck straight into the ocean. On Expedia's website for the week, these go for about $10 $4,000. On our site, the exact same room, the exact same day, the exact same everything, it was $6,000. We were $4,000 less. Now, some people say, well, come on, Todd, Expedia, that's a huge company. How are you guys getting a better rate than them? To which I reply, we do not have a better rate than them. That's what I'm trying to tell you. $6,000 is the rate. Expedia chose to mark it up to 10 grand. Then they chose to buy up every travel site you can think of, so that when you price shop, all you see is 10 grand. And if you call the resort directly, they're not going to undercut Expedia, right? They're not going to cut their own throat and get kicked off their platform. 10 grand, that's the rate. When the real rate is 6 grand. And now you know how the travel business works. If you want further proof of that, all you have to do is pull up a list of the top 10 internet companies in the world. You'll see Amazon, Google, Facebook, Alibaba, eBay, Netflix, and Priceline and Expedia are both on that list. Now, remember, they do not own anything travel related. They don't own a hotel. They don't have a car rental agency. They don't have a cruise ship. How are they making billions and billions and billions and billions every single month, just like Amazon, Google, and Facebook? And you're like, oh yeah, because they own a monopoly. And when you bypass that monopoly, right, when you can go and book at the true travel agent rate, the true wholesale price, travel without any artificial markup, you can book for up to 70% off. And so we're bringing a brand new disruptive model to this space. We're showing people how they can take the exact same trips for a fraction of the normal price. So, for example, on the screen, who would rather pay $11.48 versus $17.97, right? All day long. How about the Paradise Point Hotel in San Diego? You can see our price, $665, Priceline $1307. Ladies and gentlemen, that's $641 that they marked it up. Now, I want you to do the math for you real quick. If you take $641 divided by 3 nights, that means they marked it up $213 per night. At some level, I hope that offends you. I mean, how many countless moms and dads dream of taking their kids out to San Diego, right? We'll go to the zoo, we'll take them to the ocean, we'll go see SeaWorld. And mom was like, no, we ain't going anywhere because it's too expensive, right? All of that changes starting today. Now, as good as all of that is not what made us big. What made us big, what made us really grow viral is what I'm about to show you next. It is our Dreamcation platform. And this is where we can show anybody, anywhere, any budget, how they can have an unbelievable vacation every single year. When I say unbelievable vacation, we're talking 4- and 5-star oceanfront kinds of places, all right? And so when you become a platinum member in our company, it's our #1 seller by far. What you're basically getting is 2 vacations per year. Plus, when you buy the platinum, you're going to get the trip incentive for free, okay? You're buying 2 and you're getting 1 for free. But at the end of the day, you're getting 3 vacations, right? I'm going to show you the kinds of vacations you're going to get to go on. Maybe you want to go to the Canary Islands. By the way, this is just like Hawaii. Hawaii are the rugged volcanic islands in the middle of the Pacific Ocean. These are the rugged volcanic islands in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean. Absolutely the same kind of weather, palm trees, drop dead gorgeous. You can go here for 7 nights, 8 days for nothing. This is one of your 3 trips. Maybe you'd rather go to Disney, right? You want to get a 1-bedroom, full kitchen, living room, dining room, flat screen TV, fireplace, jacuzzi tub, and the master suite. Now it's the honeymoon suite, right? You want to get one of these kinds of places. Well, you can come here for 7 nights, 8 days for $84. This is one of your 3 trips, plus it's going to cost you an extra $84 because you get the full kitchen, all that kind of stuff, right? Again, we have all kinds of places like this. We have 2 bedrooms. We have 3 bedrooms. We have just normal studios. We have 480,000 weeks available right this very moment. There's no blackout dates, no contracts, none of that, right? It's super simple. Now, here's a trip that my wife and I went on not that long ago. Now, this is a place in Cabo San Lucas. This is a 5-star resort. We were here for 7 nights, 8 days for nothing. This is one of the 3 trips that we got, right? Every single year. See my wife right there on the balcony. Hi, honey. And then there you see it's ocean front. You can see all the swimming pools. That's a swim up bar right down there. You see this, the top of the building. I hit the pause real quick. Ooh, I'm too slow. Anyway, that was a swim up bar down there. You couldn't see the pretty swim up bar, at least off the top of the building. But if you were down in the pool, it's gorgeous. Up there on the roof, they have an infinity pool. It runs over it looks like it runs off the edge of the building, and behind you, all you have is the ocean. So when you're in the pool, the pictures are unbelievable because it looks like the pool runs off the edge of the building and all you have behind you is just ocean, just blue ocean, right? Absolutely gorgeous. Again, 7 nights, 8 days. We have these kinds of places all over the world. And here's the big thing. If you tell 3 other people how they can legitimately save big time money on travel, at that moment, you are now earning more than you are spending with our company, which means this membership is no longer coming off your credit card. This is no longer costing you one single dime. It's free, cost you nothing, nada, goose egg, zip, cero dinero. It translates in every language, right? And here's what I want you to picture. How many billions of moms and dads dream of taking their kids on incredible vacations, approximately? And you're like, all of them? I mean, what moms and dads don't dream of that, right? Well, picture our program. We show up and we show them, hey, look at the NBC News video. Let's go back there. I'm going to compare it to Expedia. You can see that we are legitimately 50% off, 70% off, this kind of thing, right? Like, oh my gosh. I mean, look, I can afford to take that trip. I can afford to take that trip, right? They get excited. Hey, do you know 3 other moms and dads that might want to save money on travel? Well, yeah, because if you can go tell 3 other moms and dads, you get 3 vacations just like this one right here every single year. And your mom's like, wait a minute, hold on. I tell 3 people and my kids get vacations like that? Be right back. Why did you say so? And so guys, understand that just for the simple notion, the simple fact of showing people how to do the one thing they've always wanted to do at a price they never knew was possible, up to 70% off, or tell 3 people and try nothing, cost me zero, nada, right? That is an idea whose time has come. And that's one of the reasons we're growing, we're spreading virally. Now, on top of all of that, you can earn money with our company. Your few, tell a few, tell a few, tell a few, but we haven't gotten to that part yet. Now, back to people say, hey, are there any blackout dates? Are there contracts? Is it hard to book a room? Do I have to jump through hoops? And the answer is no, 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 and no. We have 480,000 weeks, no blackout dates. You can book 365 days out of the year. Which country do you want to go to? Do you want to go to the United States, Mexico, Canada, Caribbean, Europe, Australia, South Pacific, South America, Central America, Asia, Africa, Middle East, right? Select an auctioneer. Anyway, every country in the world, we have places. Now, to give you an example, all of those menus open up. So if you look at the third one from the left, you'll see I opened up the United States. You can see Connecticut, Delaware, then you see Florida Disney. I mean, Disney's got its own section. Of course they do. Florida Other, Florida East Coast, Florida West Coast, Florida Panhandle, Florida North, Florida South. Florida's got a lot of places, right? And so again, I did a search just in the Disney area alone. That's the last one on the far right. And you can see there, I did the search for the May 15th timeframe. You guys can see my mouse here, May 15th. This is in the Disney area alone. And I have the red arrow, 64 different places to choose from just on the date search of May 15th, just in the Disney area. There's no blackout dates. There's no lack of inventory. There's no trouble getting these kinds of places, right? Plenty of stuff, right? Now, I'm going to walk you through some of the other kinds of trips that we have. So there's 480,000 of those kinds of trips I just showed you, okay? Now I'm also going to show you our world tours. Now, what's the difference? The getaways where you typically go 7 nights, 8 days, 1 bedroom, 2 bedroom, that kind of thing, right? The world tours are typically 5 days, typically breakfast included or all inclusive. And this is where all of us go to the same resort at the exact same time. Now, you don't have to participate with anybody else. You don't have to talk to them. You don't have to do anything with them, right? I don't know those people. Go do your own thing. Have a great time. But for many people, for most people, if you are someone I love travel, I love, having fun. I love meeting people, right? Going to a world tour, for example, what's on the screen? Dubai. Dubai's unbelievable. It's one of our best-selling trips, right? You're at a 5-star property waterfront. You get breakfast included for 6 days, total price $99. And as good as all of that is, Dubai, incredible. 5-star, amazing, right? $99, unbelievable. As good as all of that is, when you leave, that's not what you're going to be talking about. You're going to be talking about all of the different people that you met from all over the world. People from different countries, different languages. You took pictures together. You ate breakfast together. You did this. You met friends that you'll start looking at the world differently. You'll start looking at the map and saying, that's where Papua New Guinea is. You're like, Papa who? Papua New Guinea. I didn't know where it was either till we had people there, right? I mean, now we got people, Mauritius Island. How many of you can point out Mauritius Island on a map? I couldn't either till I went there. We got people there. How many of you can point out the island of Reunion? Couldn't find it. Madagascar? Where? I mean, again, we have people all over the world. And when you start traveling and you meet people from these various countries, you'll look at the map differently. You'll go back to work. Yeah, I got friends in Morocco. How do you have friends in Morocco? I mean, what are you, James Bond? And so again, trust me, when you go on the trip, as great as the trip is, right? And it's amazing. It's the people, for a lot of people, that take this thing to a level that you can't even just begin to describe. It's absolutely epic. Now I'm going to click through some of the kind of places you get. Now, when I mentioned that breakfast is included, there's a picture in the lower right-hand corner to give you an idea of the kinds of breakfasts I'm talking about, right? This is not some continental breakfast, right? This is the king and queen spread. They got every kind of juice, every kind of fruit, every kind of pastry. They got, the chefs there that make the eggs and omelets and all that kind of stuff any way you want. A lot of times the breakfasts are $39 or $49 per person, but they're always included with our world tours, right? Now, here's Cartagena, Colombia. 5 days, breakfast included, oceanfront, $199. You want to go to Montego Bay? Now, this is all inclusive. This is all of the food, all of the drinks, everything. Oceanfront, 5-star, unbelievable, for less money than the cost of a Motel 6. Maybe you want to go to Portugal, right? $249. Puerto Vallarta, we have a ton of people headed there tomorrow. This is oceanfront, 5-star, all inclusive, all the food, all the drinks, everything. And they're going down there for $29. That is not a misprint. $29. This is one of their 3 trips. Maybe you want to go to Las Vegas, Nevada. Now, this is the brand new 5-star resort. They just built a few years ago right on the strip. It's $4.5 billion they spent building this place. It's unbelievable. You're there all 5 days. Your entire price for all 5 days, $76. You mean 76 a night? No. I mean, $76 total price at the cash register, out the door. That covers everything, right? Maybe you want to go to Malaga, Spain. I got a huge group going there tomorrow. My friend Karina's headed there. Unai's already there. Now, these are people from my team in Spain. They're going there for $32, right? Oceanfront, breakfast included. Morocco, $9. This is a brand new one in Portugal, brand new world tour, $99, 5-star property here, breakfast included. Copenhagen, $9. Colorado, Lake Geneva. You want to go to Punta Cana. You want to go to Paris, France. I was here a month ago. You want to go to Venice for $1, right? I keep making the joke. If you can find this trip for less money than $1, I will personally refund you the difference. Okay. Athens, Greece, $99. Our good friend Nina just got back from here. Hawaii. In fact, we had this trip for $99. Everybody just got back. They were at the Waikiki. Oh, sorry, we're not supposed to mention the place. They were at a 5-star resort oceanfront for $99. They just got back. Crete, Greece, all the food, all the drinks, everything included. Just look at the view, $319. This is new also, Bordeaux, France, $32, guys. I'm just trying to give you a taste of the kinds of places that you're going to be able to go with our company. Now, to get started with our company, if you're someone says, hey, Todd, I want to make some money with the company, I want to refer 3, have this whole thing where I'm, for free. Well, the first thing you got to do is join, right? And that's a $79 decision. So $79, I got my replicated website, I got my back office, I got my ID number, the tracking, the training, all those kinds of things. Now, next, I select my level of membership. Do I want the small? Do I want the medium? Or do I want the one everyone actually buys? So the small, I get to book at the travel agent rate. Okay. Well, that's $49 a month. Now, again, when you understand how much money people are saving, that is an absolute steal. I had a guy just recently, Pastor Avery Johnson, shout out to the pastor. I can see if I can pull a picture here. This is just a great story. But the pastor, him and his wife wanted to take their honeymoon here we go, Pastor Avery Johnson. All right, here we go. They wanted to take their honeymoon to Washington, D.C. Well, they called me up on the phone. He's like, hey, can you really save me money? And so I went and pulled up Washington, D.C., right? Snapshot, pulled up Expedia, snapshot, sent him the comparison. He's like, oh my gosh, you're going to save me $864 in 5 days? Yeah. Well, as you can imagine, he joined. Well, we're on the phone And this is a couple of weeks back. And I go, by the way, you're in Texas. I'm coming to Texas. I'm going to the Dallas Cowboy game. My wife is a huge Dallas Cowboys fan. And so I was taking her to the game. He's like, I'm going to be at that game. Well, he came and found me at the game. Here's a picture of him and I at the game, right? You could see the smile on his face, right? You say someone $864, they will come find you at the game with that kind of a smile because you just saved them a lot of money, right? So again, this is, when you bring this thing down to the human level, real people, anniversaries, going places, dreaming, and getting to do that for a lot less. I mean, guys, it impacts people in a way you can't imagine. You get to bring joy and happiness and all kinds of things into people's lives, and we get paid for it. Anyway, first membership, $49 a month. I get to book at the travel agent rate. Second membership, I get to book at the travel agent rate. I get one vacation per year. It's $129 down, $69 per month. And then, of course, we have the platinum, the one that everyone actually buys. Here, I'm getting 2 vacations plus one that I don't pay for. It's the free trip incentive, right? You got to point out that you're given that trip for free when you buy the package, but you're getting 3 trips, right? So you're getting the travel agent rate, 2 vacations you're paying for, 1 you're not paying for. You're getting 3 trips. It's $249 down, $125 per month, right? And here's the big thing. When you tell 3 other people what you're going to do, 3's a joke. You're not going to tell 3, you're going to tell 33, if not 333, right? 3 is an absolute joke. But when you tell 3 other people how they can legitimately save big time money on travel, at that moment, this costs you nothing. And you have everything, right? For the cost of 0. You're going on these trips, you're creating memories, right? You're meeting people all over the world. Man, that's an amazing membership. What's it cost you? Nothing. Now, from there, because you have a home-based business, I'm going to one more time implore you to Google home business tax deductions. Google it. I want you to go to Amazon. You can buy best-selling books on this subject. I want you to go see your local tax professional. I want you to do all 3 because you're going to find out that you can save $400 to $500 per month. That is $5,000 to $6,000 per year just in tax savings because you have a home-based business. You can write off the house, the spouse, kids, meals, travel, entertainment, cell phones, miles on your automobile, right? And so you're like, wait a minute, I can join this membership for $125. I now have a home-based business that's saving me $500 a month in taxes. Yeah. I like $375 a month. Yeah. Whose side are you on? And you can go validate that with your own tax professional. This is about making money, not spending money. I'll never forget January 1 of 2023, right? New Year's celebration. I was reading an article on Google. And it said that 50% of American households do not even have $4,500 in their bank account. And I thought, wow, that's unbelievable. And the reason it's unbelievable because every single one of those people, if they had a home-based business, they could save more money in taxes this year than they've accumulated working in the last 10, 20, 30 years at their current place of employment. Again, whose side are you on? You can go validate that with your tax pro. I'm imploring you, Google it, buy best-selling books on it. Don't take my word for it. I'm not a CPA. Go validate that information, right? So guys, again, this is about making money, not spending money. Now from there, you can tap into our 10X compensation program. We call it 10X because we literally pay out 10 times as much as other companies in our space. Again, documentation beats conversation, and the numbers don't lie. The number is the number, and you're going to find out that it is in fact 10 times as much as other companies. Now, the comp plan begins by telling 3. When you tell 3, they tell 3, they tell 3, that kicks in the social sharing ripple effect. This is something we've all done our entire lives. You've told people about a great restaurant. You've told people about a great movie. You've told people about, oh my gosh, I just saved a bunch of money at Sam's Club or at Costco, or you can go here and do this and do that, right? You've done all kinds of things that generated business, but you did it for free. You even invited people to Facebook and Instagram. Remember, Facebook and Instagram have 3 billion users. 40% of the global population is on Facebook and Instagram, and they've never, ever advertised. How do you get 40% of the global population to sign up when you've never advertised? And you think back, you're like, oh yeah, that's right. I invited my friends, and my friends invited their friends, and their friends invited their friends, and their friends invited their friends. That's the social sharing ripple effect. Well, that made Mark Zuckerberg worth over $100 billion. Now, did he share any of that money with the very people that brought him the customers? He did not. We do. We track all of that sharing. And by the way, the number one thing shared on social media, travel. Nobody goes on vacation without doing a photo dump, okay? Now, it was Warren Buffett, the fifth richest man in the entire world, who once said, if you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you will work until the day you die. And I'm going to repeat that one more time. And why am I going to repeat that? Because this is not what is being taught in schools. What is being taught is go to school, get good grades, get a degree, get a job. It's all going to be okay. It ain't going to be okay. It ain't going to be okay. And people have figured that out. I mean, guys, some of the biggest platforms that we celebrate every day, we talk about in glowing terms every day, are nothing more than entrepreneurial platforms. Why? Because they can read the trends. They realize that the old model is not working. For example, Uber. Oh man, love Uber. Man, that's a great company. Awesome technology. Push a couple buttons, car shows up out front. It's an entrepreneurial platform. It's where somebody can use their own car and make some money. That's what drives Uber. That's what drives Lyft. So many people are looking for a way to make some extra money that no matter where you go in the world, you can push a button and some guy pulls up. Hey, I'm here to pick you up. Why? Because I need to make some money. Now, how about Amazon? Oh man, yeah, I love Amazon. I go on there, click, click. It shows up on my front doorstep. What you probably did not know is that 70% of what's sold on Amazon has been sent in by little tiny independent entrepreneurs like you and I. Jeff Bezos, who owns Amazon, most of what's being sold is not his stuff. It's our stuff. We went and bought the stuff. It's our money that's, the inventory, right? It's our money tied up in inventory. We ship it to the Amazon warehouses. He sells it, right? You get a little commission too, but he became a multi-billionaire selling other people's stuff. eBay did the same thing. It's where it's an entrepreneurial platform. You can go there, sell some stuff to make some money. YouTube, oh man, YouTube owned by Google. We all know about Google. Technology right now. YouTube. Google doesn't make YouTube videos. YouTube doesn't make YouTube videos. Who makes YouTube videos? Oh yeah, independent entrepreneurial people trying to make some money. People are doing podcasts. They're doing YouTube videos. They're doing DoorDash. They're doing Instacart, Airbnb. It's an entrepreneurial platform where people can try to make some extra money. You've even got people try to rent out their own car. I'm going to be gone for a month. Would somebody please come rent my car so I can make the car payment while I'm gone? I mean, there's an entire platform for that. People trying to make some extra money. But none of those things create residual income. None of those things do what Warren's talking about. If you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you will work until the day you die. That's where we come in. We're going to show you how to create a massive residual income, a check that comes in every single Friday, whether you work or not. That check is willable, inheritable, sellable. To give you an example, this is Pastor Guy and Pastor Deborah Taylor, amazing couple out of Memphis, Tennessee. Okay. They were having financial issues, health issues, got signed up in our business. Deborah went and told 3. Her membership is free. She's got 3 vacations per year. Her husband, Guy, says, man, I'm going to do the same thing. He told 3, his membership is free. They're living in resorts, visiting home, right? Well, from there, people see them traveling all the time and say, what are you guys doing? We got this travel thing. People started signing up. Next thing you know, Deborah's making $3,000 a month. Pastor Guy's making $2,000 a month. Then, heartbreakingly, Pastor Guy's health issues came back and he ended up passing away. And so Pastor Guy goes to be with the Lord. But guess what? That $2,000 check, that money keeps coming in every single week. That money now goes to his wife, Deborah. This is willable, inheritable, sellable. Is that how it works at the place where you work? If something happens to you, do they keep sending the paycheck every Friday? Hey, look, I know you're gone, but hey, your family's got bills, right? We're going to keep sending that paycheck every single. You're like, no, that's not how it works, right? No, that's not how it works over there. That's how it works here. Guess what? All those people below Pastor Guy, they all had an incentive to tell 3 people. Why? Because I want to get some free vacations for my kids. So they tell 3, the social sharing ripple effect, right? Next thing you know, Pastor Guy goes from $2,000 a month to 10 grand a month within 21 months of passing away. He's not even alive, and he's increased his income by $8,000 a month. Guys, that's how it works over here. This is willable, inheritable, sellable. This is a new model, the one that Warren Buffett talked about. If you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you will work until the day you die. And again, people are doing Uber, and you see how big those things are. That's how many people are looking for a way, but they signed up for the wrong plan. If I don't keep driving the Uber, there is no money. I'm driving my car into the ground, right? So I'm going to show you how to do that in the travel business. And it all begins by going out there and just getting 3. When you get 3 people, right? Well, at that moment, you're earning $4.10 per day. That means that you're earning $127 per month. They take that $125 per month membership right out of your $127. Again, this is no longer coming off your credit card, right? I told 3 people I'm enjoying everything for free. Why? Because I'm earning more than I'm spending. Now, I'm going to assume that you bring on a 4th person. That way you have 2 on the left, 2 on the right. You're going to build 2 legs straight down. So your 4 people tell a couple people each. That gives you 8 on the left, 8 on the right. You're now earning $400 to $700 per month. How'd you get here? I told 4 people, got myself some free vacations. They told a couple people each. Now I'm making an extra $5,000 to $8,000 per year. Those 8 on the left and 8 on the right tell a couple people each. The social sharing ripple effect. Next thing you know, I got 25 customers in the left leg and 25 customers on the right leg. I'm now a 2-star director making $1,500 to $2,500 per month. Plus the company sends me a championship ring. Those 25 on each side tell a couple people each. The social sharing ripple effect. Now I got 63 on the left, 63 on the right. I'm now earning $2,500 to $3,500 per month. Those 63 on each side tell just 1 person each. I'm now earning $4,000 to $5,000 per month. Now, if those 125 on each side, if just half of them, tell 1 person each, I now have 188 customers in my left leg and 188 customers in my right leg. I'm now earning $9,000 to $11,000 per month as an ambassador when I'm qualifying for the bonuses. And so, guys, I'm over $100,000 per year. Many are ballpark $122,840 per year in income. And we've had people like Cynthia Sly. She got here in 6 months. Camila Peraza got here in 6 months. Tatiana got here in 8 months. Larissa Berg got here in 9 months. Eager did it in just under 5 months, right? Andrew Ivanov did it in 10 months. I mean, guys, I'm not suggesting you're going to do it as quickly as them. I'm not suggesting you're going to do it at all. But I'm suggesting that, man, if a lot of people are doing it in 6 months, 7 months, 8 months, it's clearly something doable. We're not breaking a 4-minute mile here. We're not benching 500 pounds, right? This is something doable. And if you have just the only question is, how bad do you want it? How bad would you like to own your life? What do you think about that? To own my life means that I can do what I want, when I want, with whom I want, anytime I want. I have 6 Saturdays, 1 Sunday. People say, Todd, what time do you wake up in the morning? When I'm done sleeping. What time do you wake up? I have no place I have to be. Why? Because my check shows up every Friday, whether I work or not. My wife and I, Gina, we could take the next year off, sit on a beach, drink out of a coconut, and the only thing that's going to happen is our check is going to go up. We want to put you in that exact same kind of a position. Now, as your team continues to grow, so will your income all the way up to $3,200 a day, over $100,000 per month. Of course, you can have a spot, make $100,000 a month. Your wife can have a spot, make $100,000 a month. And then eventually the company's going to do some other things where you can have an unlimited income potential. Now, guys, in addition to everything I just talked about, we also happen to have our Louis Vuitton experience. And I'm going to have my wife, Gina, come back on and talk about this because she's obviously lived it, multiple times now. But it gives you a reflection of who we are as a company. A big part of what we're trying to do is give people experiences that, quite frankly, they would never, ever have. So just a few weeks ago, we were in Miami. We were at the World Tour. We were at this amazing 5-star resort. We're oceanfront. We got this huge room. It's got a kitchen and king-size bed and a desk and this big living room. And the living room had a table and a couple of chairs. You go out on the balcony. It's all oceanfront. You can see all of downtown Miami, right? These rooms go for $900 a night. And a lot of moms and dads go to Miami, but they don't stay at the place we were at. They're down at the Fairfield Inn, the Holiday Inn Express, right? They're not oceanfront. we're giving people those experiences they've never had. The company for that same trip went and rented this yacht. Oops. Oop, there we go. That yacht. We went and rented that yacht. And when you get on, there were waiters and waitresses everywhere with champagne glasses. They had a 4-course meal. They had a DJ up on the roof. It turned into this raging party. It was a big, gigantic dance floor. We went out for a 4-hour cruise with all of Miami and the skyline all lit up in the background. We felt like we were living the lives of the rich and famous. How many people ever get to do this, right? It's giving people experiences they just would probably never have if it wasn't for our company. And the Louis Vuitton is an extension of that. And so with that, Ms. Gina, tell people about Louis Vuitton and how amazing it is.
I would love to. So the Louis Vuitton experience was created by one of our founders, Mrs. Adela Hart. And there she is on the screen here. This is the Louis Vuitton staff in Paris, France that are greeting us as we arrived. And you can see they're twirling her and dancing with her and just a wonderful welcoming, you know, as we're all arriving at the Louis Vuitton. So this is the largest Louis Vuitton. And like I said, it's the one in Paris, France. And the company took us last summer to this Louis Vuitton. They picked us up from the hotel in a black limousine van and brought us here. And what you'll see is us walking straight in. We're not having to wait in line. There's people all over the street, but there's a line for people to get in that wraps around the building. But here we are walking straight in and being greeted by the staff. And then once we get inside, they take us up to the 4th story into 2 private showrooms where we are greeted and served sparkling. There's that line I was talking about that wraps around the corner. So they serve us sparkling water, champagne, macaroons, little sandwiches, cappuccinos, and they just keep bringing it. Well, then we get assigned a personal shopper who is going to help us with our experience. So we each get our own shopper and they spend amazing one-on-one time with you. They continue to see what you need to drink or eat. And like Todd said, this is just one of the many experiences that we get with Trevorium. But once you become an ambassador with our company, you get to participate in this Louis Vuitton experience.
Yeah. And guys, again, it's absolutely incredible company. And it's just, it's about giving people those experiences they've never had before. Everything we're talking about tonight, we got people from every walk of life. We got people that are truck drivers. We got people that never, finished high school, people that never finished college. We got people that are doctors and surgeons and business people, right? People from all walks of life are involved in our company, all of them having a very similar experience. Because at the end of the day, human beings are human beings. I mean, I've now gotten to travel. I've been to Madagascar. I've been all over the world. And I can tell you that we all bleed red blood and we all are people that dream of, doing better for our families. We all want to make more money and take care of our families. And almost every person you meet has some kind of a dream of traveling the world, going on vacations, having fun, having experiences, like that we're describing. And with our company, those dreams become a reality. Too many people think, someday I'll do this and someday I'll do that. And you're going to find out that you got to get off that island of someday I'll, because life is now. My mother, I just had a birthday recently and my mom died on my 24th birthday. She was 49. I mean, she got pancreatic cancer. We have a good friend right now and a dear friend. She's Chrissy. She's 45. She's in hospice. She got melanoma cancer, just one of those weird things that spread everywhere. Our CEO and founder's brother, we went to his funeral a few years ago. He's 47. And I'm not trying to be morbid. I'm just trying to remind you, because if you've been around for a moment, you recognize what I'm saying, that, tomorrow's promised to nobody. And so you got to quit pushing things off into the future, saying, hey, what can I do now to make my dreams come true? What can I do now to build a financial wall around my fence that nothing can penetrate? And you're going to find out that as you hear from everyday people that got involved with our company, everyone's echoing the same story. Everyone is repeating the same kind of success that me and Gina have had. Everywhere we look, it's the same story happening all over again, right? Maybe they're newer and they're not quite as big, but you can see, oh my gosh, this is amazing. This is incredible. Thank you for telling me about this. And so we have one of those kind of companies. Now, I invited my buddy, Jeff Trayfoot. In fact, I didn't set Jeff up for this. So Jeff, I don't know if you can come on screen or not. I don't know if you're driving the truck or not. I'm not sure where you're at, but there you are. Are you driving?
Oh, no, I'm done for the day.
You're parked. All right. So I just want to make sure we're being safe. All right. So anyway, this is Jeff Trayfoot, a guy I've known since 1998, since we were both kids, and 25 years ago. And Jeff and his wife Heather, they're both entrepreneurs. Jeff owns a big old semi truck. His wife owns a big old semi truck, and they're out there on the road all the time, hauling all the goods and services that we walk to the store, and they're all on the shelf, right? Oh man, how'd they all get here, right? Well, it's people like Jeff that haul those things across the country and make that happen. And so Jeff, if you would, kind of from your vantage point, how this thing happened for you and what's happened so far.
I mean, it all started almost 2 years ago, right around Thanksgiving, when I got on a call with you and Tony and them, and we haven't talked in many years. And Heather and I were just sitting there at home, and I showed her the text that Tony had sent me about this travel thing, and she's sitting over there kind of rolling her eyes like, oh, yeah, okay. So we got on a Zoom with all of you, and we were on that call for probably about 3 hours. And the whole time we're catching up. We're not even talking travel. We're just catching up. She's over there on her laptop just plugging away, looking at me. She's like, I'm going to find something, and I'm going to find something bad, and we're not going to do it. I was like, all right, I trust you. Go ahead. Couple hours in, she kind of looks over at me and kind of gives a thumbs up. She couldn't find anything. And I mean, long story short, we both got a membership, and we didn't want to do anything other than travel. I mean, we've got our business, which is successful, and even though it's draining and killing us at times, we still didn't want to do anything else. Just wanted to travel. So that's what we did. And about a year, we were just a customer, and then we just started watching our business grow and continue to grow. And we're like, maybe we need to start focusing a little bit on this. So that's what we did. Still traveling. I mean, we've taken 3 trips in the last year, and on those 3 trips, I can tell you that we've saved almost $7,000 between hotel and rental cars. I'm no math major, but that's well over $2,000 a trip that we've gone on. Some a little more, some a little less, but I mean, we've been everywhere. San Diego, Daytona last year for my birthday. We were up in Chicago for our son's Navy graduation, and looking forward to Miami in January.
Yeah, it's going to be incredible. And by Jeff, how many people you got on your team now?
Well, last I checked, I mean, obviously, with everything I've had going on the last few weeks, last I checked, it was in 1,900 and growing.
Wow. Amazing. So you're driving up and down the road and your team just keeps getting bigger. Hey guys, so that's the power of what we're describing. I mean, I hear people like, oh, I don't have any time. Perfect. This business was specifically designed for people with no time. I don't have any money. Perfect. This business was specifically designed for people with no money, right? I mean, this business is done in the nooks and the crannies of the day, where you're going to tell a few who tell a few. You're basically going to say, hey, would you be able to take a look? That takes 10 seconds. You can do that during lunch, in the morning, on the way to work, right? And so it's, yeah, send me a video. You send the whole video, you send them a Zoom, right? We answer a few questions. They get signed up. They tell a few who tell a few, tell a few. Next thing you know, you're like, Jeff, yeah, I got 1,900 people. I've just been driving the truck up and down the road. People keep joining. And so again, it's that kind of a situation. And everyone dreams, man, I wish I was there at the beginning of Microsoft. Man, I wish I was there at the beginning of Google. Man, I'd have done anything to be there at the beginning of Facebook, right? Well, guys, you're here at the beginning of this, because you can go to almost any town, anywhere in the world, go to any mall, go to any stadium, take a bullhorn and 5,000 cash. I will give you $5,000 if you can tell me what Trevorium is. Who? Trevor? How do you spell that? No one's ever heard of it. Right. And guys, you can tell by the trajectory of our company, that will not always be the case. We are growing rapidly. And before long, you're going to have people like, hey, have you heard about this Trevorium thing? You're like, oh, I was on the call. And so, guys, you don't want that feeling, right? You don't want people calling you about this. You're thinking, I want to call them about this. So, hey, we appreciate you being here tonight. We went a little bit longer, did some extra stuff, gave you some extra insights and things like that. But, we know sometimes we do these things in 30 minutes. We're now at 51. Don't want to keep you any longer, but appreciate you being here. Hey, we're going to be back again tomorrow night at 6 o'clock California time, 9 o'clock East Coast. We have our challenge call. So we're going to have another call yet tonight that will be an hour and 9 minutes from now. It's on a different link. That's on the Zoom link 951-445-9500. If you're thinking I didn't write that down fast enough, if you happen to have my phone number, it's my phone number, right? That's the Zoom link, right? When I set up my Zoom, they said you can have any custom number you want. I go, really? What number could I use? I won't forget. Oh, how about my phone number? 951-445-9500. So if you don't have my phone number, now you do. And you also have my Zoom link, 951-445-9500. That's an hour and 8 minutes from now. We'll be doing that challenge call. Tomorrow we have 4 challenge calls plus the corporate update call. So there's 5 opportunities tomorrow to share this incredible concept with people. So guys, appreciate every single one of you being here tonight. Jeff, thank you for sharing your story. Be safe out there. Keep getting better. I know you're dealing with a couple issues there, and that too shall pass, right? Literally. Anyway, appreciate you, buddy. Hey guys, have a great night and God bless. Bye everyone.
Night, everyone. Bye, Jeff.
Bye, Gina. Bye.